Hello guys, my name is CoreyAction. Today I'm here for another video of Bleach, episode 14 of English dub. Now I haven't really been on it with Bleach. I know I have been slacking. I haven't been uploading my reactions to Bleach lately. But long story short, the reason why I haven't been is because I've been receiving a bunch of copyright. For every time I upload an episode of Bleach, I've been receiving copyright after copyright. Like YouTube would email me a bunch of they would email me a bunch of information about how this video is you can either have this video on here but you can't make any money off of that video, or the video has been taken down, it's been blocked completely off of YouTube. Nobody's able to see it except for the uploader, which is me. So, long story short, that's probably my main reason. If anything, that's probably my only reason why I haven't uploaded any of my reactions to Bleach. But now I'm back at it again with episode 14. Now, episode 13 of Bleach, that YouTube has not taken that down, and I think I know why. The reason why is that because when I uploaded episode 13 of Bleach, I flipped the screen, so it's very confusing for you to like take a closer look at it to see if whether or not it's acceptable or if it completely go against their guidelines or their rules or whatever the case may be. But yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep this brief and to the point before I even do the recap, if I can remember it. I'll get to that later on, but to the point though, I'm gonna apologize in advance right now if you are still watching this video even though we're about to be 2 minutes in. I'm gonna have to like cut out a bunch of clips off of my reaction video. Now usually I'm trying to use fair use, meaning that out of the 30-minute or out of the 60-minute clip, I'm only able to condense the video, my reaction to the video, at least to 10 minutes. But let's see if I'm able to do that. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how I edit it. I haven't edited it in almost a month, despite me uploading it a few weeks ago. But that's because that video has been scheduled. Now, I know that I made a discussion video saying that I'm not going to upload a bunch of episodes of my reaction to Bleach until like May. So just because you see in April doesn't mean that you're only going to see this one episode in April. I do plan on uploading more episodes of Bleach in April. So maybe I should make a proper schedule, even though my life is not really as busy as I want it to, as it may seem to be. But yeah. Now, when I said that I said something about a recap. I must have forgot. I have forgotten. But what I was gonna say is that I forgot my notes. Like, I have a different notepad. Now, if you guys pay attention, it really doesn't matter, honestly. But I had a different notepad, and I had a bunch of notes of Bleach. So I can't really recap on what happened in the last episode. But I take it that in the last episode, as far as my memory can go, last episode, pretty much Orihime was trying to save Tatsuki. She saw the hollows I was attacking. Uryu, he is a Quincy. He and Ichigo still going back at it. It's also good to know that Uryu didn't do it just for the sake. He didn't do it for competition. Of course, he's going to save He's going to save innocence. So it's not like he's doing it and being careless about it. That's what he said towards the end of the video, at the end of the episode. And another thing, I now notice this too, that Uryu and Rukia have never really properly introduced each other. So being that they had a 1-minute dialogue before Ichigo came in, it was actually Kon, and then later on Ichigo as the Soul Reaper form or Shinigami form interrupted the conversation. But yeah, so anyways, enough of that. I really just that was my only announcement. That only took me a minute for me to recap. So if you only are interested in just watching the reaction, then you can just skip right along. But that's what I'm always going to be doing. I'm always going to do recaps, and it's probably going to be to the point where I don't even do recaps. I may just dive right on into the episode. But I think me personally, I think me doing recaps is a bit important so that I can understand what happened in the last episode, even though I make a huge discussion about it after that episode ended. But it's just me, maybe. So before I begin, if you haven't done so already, if you are a huge fan of Bleach, and if you want to be part of this action, don't forget to subscribe to this channel And I'm really am hoping, the main reason why I do reactions to Bleach, even though I already watched the series years ago, is because I want Bleach to return. Bleach was one of my favorite animes. Bleach was one of my favorite animes that I like to watch every day when I come home from school. That is the one episode, that is the one show that I always look forward to watching. And now that it has ended, man. But it's been a few years. I'll make a discussion video about it. I don't even really need to, I don't need to say anything else about it. This is supposed to be a reaction video, so let's just begin. Alright, I'm going to skip through the intro, of course, as usual. So, see you guys when I make a reaction. Okay. Alright, so this is pretty much, I believe this is most likely a preview for the last episode. Alright.
Because I'm going to beat the hell out of you. Do you know that?
Wow. Okay. I don't know if you mean physically or... Oh.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wow. Wow. Impressive. He not only deflected the arrow.
It's just a contest to see which of us can kill the most hollows. But I'm not interested in playing your game. Fight me. If you're so sure that Quincy's are superior
Uryu versus
to Soul Reapers,
Ichigo.
then why don't you
Hand-to-hand combat. Let's see who wins if they ever do it. Whoa.
The hollows.
They're coming together. Oh, this ought to be big. Episode 14. Let me not forget to take notes too. So that's important. Let me not continue on talking over the episode too.
Where are you going?
There are too many of them. Now who's afraid, Ichigo?
Oh.
If you don't have the guts, just stay back here and watch.
Wow.
I told you before, I am the winner.
Wow. I mean, Uryu thinks that he has so much to prove.
I, Uryu Ishida, the last of the Quincy's, challenge you! Is he really the last one?
It was thought they all became extinct 200 years ago. Well,
the number of souls in the Soul Society and in the human world does not change by much as time goes by. They just trade places between the two worlds. It's the
job of Soul Reapers to regulate that, to keep the balance. It worked until the Quincy's disrupted the equation. The Quincy's didn't cleanse the hollows, they destroyed them completely. This meant that any soul which left the Soul Society for the human...
That makes a lot of sense. Because their swords are supposed to purify the hollows, which travels them to the other world too. Dang, he's tanking it. Wow.
Now I understand why you think Soul Reapers are your enemies. I don't know who was right and who was wrong, the Soul Reapers or the Quincy's. But it was so long ago that I don't see how it matters anymore. But I'll tell you one thing I know for sure.
That's probably not even his...
Your methods are... That's all ancient history.
Yeah, that's probably not his real motives.
I care about some slaughter that happened 200 years ago.
It's because of his grandpa, I believe.
One more fact that was passed down to me from my sensei. In fact, when I heard that story,
I think I sided more with the Soul Reapers than I did with the Quincy's.
See?
That is, until my sensei was murdered.
See? Here we go with the music. Here we go. Of course.
The Quincy had only themselves to blame for failing to heed the warnings of the Soul Reapers.
But why, Sensei? How can you say that when it was the Quincy's that were wiped out?
It does seem cruel. So many lives were cut short so young. But the memory of those souls who are lost is what is important now. And to worry about who was right and who was wrong is meaningless.
I just love the soundtrack of Bleach. Have I ever said that before in the past?
He was a gentleman with no hatred in his heart. To the very end, he tried to convince the Soul Reapers that Quincy's were necessary. He kept encouraging them to work together, suggesting new ways to fight the hollows.
So who...
The Soul Reapers always had the same answer to his efforts. Don't interfere with our work. 5 hollows appeared and surrounded
Sensei. It was obvious that he couldn't take them on his own, and yet not one Soul Reaper came to his aid.
Wow.
They knew about the hollows,
So that's why he's against Soul Reapers.
Surveillance, and yet it was 2 hours before they finally arrived. If only they had listened to his advice. If only they had heeded his warning. Then he wouldn't have been alone. Help would have reached him in time. And Sensei wouldn't have wound
Okay,
up
I
dead.
envy Uryu now. I understand his
Now you
pain.
understand. So if you really believe my way is wrong, then stay back and watch.
Dang.
Watch and witness
Yo,
the true
who's the
power.
voice?
Already!
Wow.
What is your problem?
You messed up your own story. Your sensei wouldn't want you to prove the strength of the Quincy's. You said it yourself. His greatest hope was for Quincy's and Soul Reapers to work together. Isn't that right?
Mm.
Come on, think about it. When we
Okay. Ichigo intrigued me a little bit.
right here, surrounded by enemies. You say we're at opposite poles, but I say when two warriors are heavily outnumbered, the trick is to fight back to
That's more like it. Ichigo's speaking my language. So now they're working together. Nice.
Now that was nice. I didn't do it for you. I only did it because they were about to attack me.
So what? That's all right. It's kill or be killed. What's
That
more
is true.
important here
The
is
Hollows don't care.
together we can kill a lot more. Isn't that a good enough reason for us to join forces? After all, we both share the same single-minded purpose. We both have reasons to want to destroy as many Hollows as we can.
Yeah, because Ichigo's passed because a Hollow killed Ichigo's mother, and a Hollow killed Uryu's sensei.
Your method of using bait to deliberately draw hollows here just to prove a point is only endangering innocent lives. I don't agree with that. Right now, it's not.
I see Ichigo's point of view too, though. Like they're both. It's like
You and me. What do you say?
I say work together. Like you guys are a force to be reckoned with. You guys work together.
But I understand what you're saying. I have to help you survive.
Survive this battle, or you won't be around for me to kick your butt. Sounds like a plan.
Like that. I like that. So they're finally at long last sort of putting their differences aside, but they are working together. They are cooperating, dealing with their problems. Ichigo's just getting better and better wielding his sword.
I don't know.
What the? Oh, you gotta cut off like that?
Oh no. Is that what I think it is?
Whoa there. That's a bit creepy right there.
Can't be.
What is that huge thing? Tell me. That's not your everyday garden variety Hollow.
That little bit of bait I used can't possibly.
Man. Who is that? Oh, it's you. I forgot your name, but
So late.
okay. Oh, okay.
Thought you might need a little assistance, Ichigo.
Got that right.
Mr. Hattenclogs.
Hat and Clogs. That's what he's calling him, Mr. Hat and Clogs. Wait until you find out his real name,
don't
though.
mind me,
Who the Hada wants to see this.
Of course not. Just
Whoa.
watch. There is a method to my madness.
What the?
This is
What did he?
battle.
What did he just
Must
do?
be fought.
This is a binding
Isn't that the
spell.
same keto spell that he did? That Rukia did on Ichigo in the first episode?
Rukia.
Oh. Wow.
I
Wow.
told you that would happen.
Your arrows or whatever it is not gonna do nothing. It just left a dent on the
Hey,
cheek,
Ichigo, so can you get up?
on his chin.
Sure, I'm good as new.
That was the dumbest charge I think I've ever seen.
It really was,
What
but
were you
I'll
thinking?
give
Did you
Ichigo
actually
credit.
think that would work?
Huh?
I'll give
Well, I
Ichigo
figured
credit.
If I just kept
Like,
Let's try a different strategy.
whoa.
What is this? There's power flowing into me from his sword.
Whoa.
This must be Ichigo's power.
Really?
What'll I try next?
Ichigo, look ready to fight that thing.
What?
What, serious?
What type? I'm
Quiet.
sorry. That looks
Just do
so.
what I say.
That looks so
Gotta release all of
foolish.
your
Like,
spirit energy at once while we're connected. That way I should be able to harness the power and shoot an enormous arrow. It's the best way to use all of your energy.
I mean that.
Right now,
I
you're
mean
just
that
wasting
explains.
Well, you don't have
Okay.
to be so ins.
Wow. Ichigo's taking that full on. He's using his sword.
doing. I'm feeling extraordinary spiritual pressure. Ichigo's power is actually increasing.
Wow.
I figured my spirit energy was pretty much always at its maximum level.
But there's no way that can be. If someone's spirit energy was always at maximum, it would all drain away in no time, no matter how much he had. Ichigo says he can't control the spirit energy at all. He must have an incredible amount to let it spill out the way he does, and still
Ichigo is very powerful.
It's like a faucet that's been left turned on with the water gushing out. Most people will quickly turn it off, but if Ichigo were to do that,
that song again.
I think it's time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to see this. Oh, he sliced that Muno's Grande in half. Oh, wow. It's getting pushed back, isn't it? Oh, I thought it got cut in half. Hold up.
Cut it open.
He grabbed the sky like it's some sort of curtain.
Enos is retreating.
It's retreating. Wow. Ichigo must have harmed it so badly that it's retreating. Ichigo won that.
what in the world is he?
Ichigo won that.
Now I can understand why the boss has been keeping it high.
Wow. And the sky is completely sealed.
You don't have anything to say?
I mean, why would he have something to say? Like, sheesh. Sliced the Muno's Grande in half. Well, I thought it was in half.
Something.
Wow.
That's weird. I can't move.
He used all his strength. Whoa, what is happening? Hold up.
What's happening?
What's going on with his sword?
The Zanpakuto. It's
Zanpakuto.
breaking down.
That's what it's called,
Released all his
Zanpakuto.
spirit energy at one
I'll
time.
write that down,
It looks like it's
Zanpakuto.
put way too much.
So you can try to do
Man,
the same to me, Ichigo.
who voice acts Uryu?
Damn it! My need to prove myself against Soul Reapers.
That's who I need to know. His voice is so amazing. Like,
I've always blamed
man,
Soul Reapers for
I can
that.
hear, I can listen
So
to
I
him
could
all
avoid
day.
blaming myself, because I was a
Okay, is that the end of the episode? Oh, a new outro. Let me see something. Let me look towards the end of the episode. Something's gonna happen in the end of the episode, right?
Mr. Cone's Soul Reaper Dictionary is about to start, so stay tuned.
Nothing much really happened. 27 minutes. All right. So that was a good episode. I have a lot to talk about, but I'll try to keep it brief to the point. I'll try to summarize it. But that was a nice episode. I actually thoroughly enjoyed watching Bleach. Now in that episode, Uryu actually explained why he hates Soul Reapers and why what he has to prove, because apparently, let me just say in order so that I don't confuse myself later on. So in the beginning of the episode, so pretty much Ichigo did not want to tolerate Uryu's foolishness and selfishness, because Ichigo viewed Uryu as being selfish because he didn't want to compete with Uryu in the beginning of the episode. But towards the beginning of the episode, Uryu, he claimed that he was the last Quincy, because the Quincy has been extinct because the Soul Reapers killed them off, because that has been established in the last episode. If you don't remember, if you watch Bleach on your own spare time, in the 13th episode, I remember now that this has been cleared out, the Quincy's and Soul Reapers has been fighting each other. So being that the Soul Reapers took out every last Quincy, the Quincy's are now extinct, and that has been confirmed in this episode. So Rukia was explaining pretty much that there's this balance. So I'm going to try to explain this without me going back to the episode. Rukia was explaining how Soul Reapers, when they use their swords, their Zanpakutos rather, when they use their Zanpakuto to kill Hollows, the Hollows, their spirit goes to the other world, the Soul Society, I presume. However, when the Quincy's kill the Hollows, they don't go anywhere. Once they kill them with their bow and arrow, that's that. So that throws off the balance altogether, because when their spirit goes to the Soul Society, it keeps it balanced. Their Zanpakuto, because Rukia said in the beginning of the episode, or the second episode of Bleach, their Zanpakutos are to purify the souls and send them off to another world, the Soul Society. But because the Quincy's are using a bows and arrow, it doesn't do that. It's not like a Zanpakuto. It doesn't purify that soul, and it doesn't go to a different Soul Society. It doesn't go to a Soul Society. Once they kill off a hollow, that's that. And because they kill off the hollow, it doesn't balance the spirit or whatever. I can't really explain it, but that's the information that I got out of that. So pretty much Quincy, the reason of their extinction, because they refused to pretty much cooperate with the Soul Reapers. Like at one point, I believe they was pretty cool with each other, but they had different reasonings, and so because they wasn't able to get along, the Soul Reapers had to put it into every Quincy's life. And so apparently enough, Uryu is the last Quincy. Now Ichigo, I wouldn't say that he was jumping into conclusions or anything like that, but at the same time, it seemed like he was, because at one point, being that Rukia was explaining that to Ichigo presumed that because Ichigo thought at one point in this episode, or ever since Uryu has been introduced, that Ichigo thought pretty much that Uryu hates Soul Reapers because of their war that they had, and that the Quincy's were extinct. That's why Ichigo thought that Uryu was against Soul Reapers. No, Uryu explained to Ichigo that the reason why he actually doesn't like Soul Reapers is because the Soul Reapers wasn't there to protect his grandfather from the Hollows, because the Hollows murdered his grandfather, and a few minutes later or hours later, the Soul Reapers finally came to the scene where Uryu's grandfather was pronounced dead. So that's why Uryu doesn't like Soul Reapers. But in general, every Soul Reaper is different. That's the one thing. I think I said that in the 13th episode, my last reaction, or the 14th or the 12th episode. I was saying that every Soul Reaper is different, I suppose. Like I haven't seen any other Soul Reaper other than Rukia and Ichigo and one other dude that appeared when Ichigo was fighting over the Grand Fisher. But yeah. So I actually like how they actually put it. They didn't really. I wouldn't say that they put their differences aside per se. But I mean, I guess they did. You can say that they did. But I feel like they're gonna bring it back up later on in the future. But pretty much, I did like the fact that Ichigo and Uryu, they are a force to be reckoned with, because they definitely worked with each other. They worked together. So, and here's another thing. There was some sort of ripple out of the sky of the world of the living, and apparently it was a Munos Grande. So basically, according to Rukia's description, a Munos Grande is a strong, tall, hollow. I guess it's crushed hollows that has been put together, and eventually develops a Munos Grande. So I'm actually glad that we was able to see a little bit of Chad and Orihime. So pretty much they were just sitting on the sideline waiting for something to happen. So Uryu also noticed Ichigo's high spiritual energy, because when Uryu touched Ichigo's Zanpakuto, he felt the amount of energy that Ichigo has been storing up. Not even storing up, Ichigo has been releasing from his Zanpakuto altogether. And so another thing is that red beam that the Munos Grande was about to that red beam that shot out of the Munos Grande, that's called a Seto. A Cero. You can pronounce it Cero or Seto. So I'm guessing you're gonna have to put some sort of asterisk, well, not even asterisk, apostrophe on top of an E or an R to pronounce it. It's like I feel like it's a Spanish word, Cero, maybe. You gotta roll your tongue when you say it too. So pretty much that Seto was performed by the Munos Grande. But when Rukia, she was being so dramatic with saying, don't let that hit you, because once that hits you, that is that. Nothing will be left of you. But Ichigo, he tanked that. He didn't take it like fully, but he used his sword, his Zanpakuto, and he deflected that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got on my notebook. So I can't wait until the 15th episode. I may end up reacting to that later on today or maybe tomorrow, but I'm not too sure when this video will be uploaded. Maybe this video will be uploaded soon rather than later. I can't promise you that, but I can guarantee you that this episode, the 14th episode of Bleach, my reaction to that episode will definitely be uploaded in April. I won't wait until May. I will upload this in April because, first of all, this video alone is going to take a bunch of storage off of my it's going to take a bunch of space off of my phone. But then again, it may not, because, you know, Androids have an SD card and you can just save that on there. But anyways, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this episode of Bleach. It actually explains a lot. I just said thoroughly enjoyed it. I just can't wait until the 15th episode. Now I have you see this? You see how thick this paper is? Now, well, okay. So you see how thick this paper is? This is how much notes I plan on writing. This is how many episodes I plan on watching. From the first episode of Bleach up until the very end, episode 366. Now, I'm also going to watch canon. I'm also going to watch the non-canon arcs, unless, of course, you guys don't want to watch. Unless, of course, you don't want me to watch it. But other than that, I'm going to watch it. And here's another thing that I want to put out there, and I may end up saying it every episode that I watch of Bleach. I'm going to end up saying it, but I'm going to say it now. I saw Bleach before. I watched the series before. Some scenes I most likely already know what happened, but that was years ago. So half of the things that I see, it's the reason why I watch Bleach, despite me watching it already like a few years back, is because, first of all, they're not making any more animes as of right now. They haven't confirmed that they're bringing the anime back. So me alone joining this tribute of hoping that the anime will come back, I'm doing my part. Another reason why I'm doing this episode, even watching reactions to Bleach, even though I already watch it, is because Bleach is an interesting anime, and there's a lot that you can learn from this anime. And it's just so interesting. Like, the characters are interesting. It's just very interesting in general. Like, I don't even know what to say. But that's like my main reason to why I'm going to watch Bleach. And I'm going to continue on watching Bleach, even after I already know. Sometimes I'll be faking it, sometimes I'm not. So far, I haven't faked my reaction, not one bit. Sometimes, most part, I have not. Today's episode that I watched, I didn't fake my reaction. This is a genuine reaction because, you know something? I usually skip, when I first watched Bleach, I skipped over episodes, dive right into the action. So, this is my chance of me sitting on this chair of mine and thoroughly watch this episode. And that's exactly what I did. I spent the last 37 minutes talking about how I enjoyed this episode and about me watching this, of course. So that's the end of that. But I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to be part of this action, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to watch Bleach, yo, because this is the best anime out there. I don't care what any of you say. I don't care if you guys tell me to stop watching it. Don't watch my videos, because, man, I'm going to be watching Bleach like there's no tomorrow. You kidding me? And if I ever do get a webcam, I'm most likely going to do a live stream of me watching Bleach. I may end up just doing that. But because Bleach is an anime that you do not want to miss. Like, don't ever say that Bleach is not one of the best animes, because it is. Even though they don't make no more animes out there, even though they're not making any more episodes of Bleach, this is probably like the top 5. Bleach, Dragon Ball, and I'm not even a hardcore Dragon Ball fan, but Bleach, Dragon Ball, well, I'm going to actually put My Hero Academia in front of Dragon Ball. So Bleach, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, Attack on Titans, and one other anime. I just started watching it too. I just start watching it. Tell me if you guys made it this far. Tell me it has something to do with what happened? Oh, it has something to do with this boxing anime. I forgot what it's called, but if you guys made it this far, you guys are true fans. And also let me know the name of the name of the anime that I just listed. But anyways, if you want to be part of this action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.